you're looking for a way to waste your day with hours of endless entertainment, then you should have to look no further than a game of Roblox. Roblox is an imaginative way for developers and players to work together to unleash their creativity. We should tell Minecraft to step aside because this game is taking the world by storm, or Sandbox, whichever you prefer. Get ready to laugh at some of the moments that make Roblox so addictively fun. If you're spending your days looking for laughs on Roblox, then why not consider subscribing to our channel? Our notification squad will make sure you get a healthy dose of laughs every day. Don't be a noob in Murder Mystery 2. When you're trying to learn a new game, it's best to stay hidden and out of sight while you figure your life out. In this case, though, it might just win you the game. Murder Mystery 2 is one of Roblox's most popular games, and there are plenty of justifiable reasons why the game might make you laugh, including destroying new players trying to figure out their weapons and how the game works to gain points. Murder Mystery 2 has 3 different characters to play which are randomly selected at the beginning of the game: Sheriff, Innocent, and Murderer. If you're a murderer, though, the game is going to be pretty simple. You just go around stabbing people until either the sheriff catches you or an innocent bystander. Out of instinct, you might think the sheriff would be a good person to stand beside, but you'd be wrong because the murderer could just be nearby and he'd kill both of you. Stay far enough away from any other innocents to be able to grab the sheriff's dropped gun. Also, as the sheriff, don't just shoot for the sake of shooting because you'll end up killing both yourself and an innocent. As the murderer, there are a few rules to keep in mind. Do not take your knife out and walk around carrying it because you're going to look a little suspicious. If you're going to commit a murder, make sure that there's no crowds because an innocent will alert the sheriff. Also, stay away from large groups, but try not to raise any suspicions. That makes sense, right? Also, if you're an innocent, the best suggestions I have are don't hide behind dead bodies, don't play assassin mode your first time, and if you see someone suspicious, run away as fast as you can. Patrick Star is a frightening zombie. Zombies are our least favorite monster because they're just out to eat our brains, and that doesn't sound like a very pleasant day. If you've had the chance to play Terror in Bikini Bottom, you'll soon discover that something has happened to Spongebob Squarepants' beloved hometown, and there's a new zombie infestation. Spongebob Squarepants and Patrick Star have both been infected by the zombie disease, and you are now expected to put them out of their misery. Well, that's a lot of responsibility. Talk about ruining someone's childhood innocence. Another tip is don't get trapped in a horde of zombies because it will be game over quickly. And if you discover Patrick Star's house and you want to check out if he's okay, well, from personal experience, he is not okay. He is now a very large boss character that you're going to be expected to beat at some point in the game. Remember how much SpongeBob SquarePants loved hunting jellyfish at Jellyfish Fields? Well, Jellyfish Fields is part of the map, but don't go anywhere near there unless you're prepared to be attacked by hordes of zombie jellyfish. They are by no means friendly, and you probably don't want to catch one in your jellyfish hunting net anytime soon. Maybe that's what happened to SpongeBob. He got a little too close to the infected zombie jellyfish. Overall, this map features plenty of familiar places, provides a lot of laughs, and enough suspense to make it worth trying. Waking up is hard if you're a Pokemon trainer. We can't imagine it being difficult to wake up if you're greeted by your favorite Pokemon characters on a daily basis. But our first introduction to the Pokemon trainer in Pokemon Brick Bronze tells us otherwise. They throwing their alarm clock across the room. Now, what if that was Pikachu in a Pokeball? Thankfully, it's not, but we're already getting the sense that our Pokemon trainer is going to be incredibly impatient. As any fan of Ash Ketchum knows, though, impatience is just part of the game, and you don't become a Pokemon master without it. In Roblox's version of Pokemon called Pokemon Brick Bronze, there are plenty of similarities, but enough differences to make the game feel like something else. If you enjoyed finding legendary and mythical Pokemon, PBB also has plenty to discover. The only legendary that we want to catch is Dialga, the dark blue Pokemon that will guarantee us a spot as a Pokemon Master. The game plays just as corny as the original, with the inclusion of an area called Sawbucks Coffee in Kesma Town, just past Route 2. If you go inside, you can score a free coffee from the barista, or if you'd rather enjoy a typical basic white girl conversation, you can talk to the 2 girls sitting outside the store. You shouldn't have time for that nonsense though, because you have a lot of Pokemon to catch if you're going to catch them all. All of the explosions. The escape and survival mode obstacle courses are some of our favorite games to explore, but we've learned that they have their fair share of explosions. 2 of the games that we were able to explore were Escape the iPhone Obby and Angry Birds Obby. If you're not extremely careful of your surroundings though, your character will be blown to pieces in an instant. And there is nothing fun about waiting for a respawn as your poor body tries to reconfigure itself while floating amongst the clouds. One trick to remember is that if an area is red, then you can just move on ahead, because that red square you're thinking about jumping jumping on for safe haven is most likely a bomb waiting to make you restart the whole area. Unless the area you're jumping onto is a bunch of Terrence birds from Angry Birds, don't trust it. Also, if you're playing with a large group of players and they're taking forever to get past something, you can always just jump on top of their heads to pass them by. It's probably not the best option, but you'll be able to get through the obstacle much more quickly. It's all fun and games when the people in front of you explode, but when it's you, it's a completely different story. So remember that the next time you decide to pass someone. They're gonna be right behind you laughing when you fail miserably and hit that explosive section you could have avoided if you took your time. Fight a giant bunny. If we could have made a wish on our last birthday by blowing out candles, we'll all agree that we would have wished to be able to fight giant bunnies that shoot oversized Easter eggs. If the bunny doesn't crush you, then there's a chance that one of the Easter eggs raining from the sky just might in Giant Survival. In this survival game, you're expected to work with your teammates to defeat a number of different giants that will be randomly selected at the beginning of the game. Every game, you will only have to face one giant and earn money as you use weapons to defeat it. There are places that you can run and hide in the center of the map, but don't stay in one place too long or you may just get caught. Running and hiding also doesn't give you the advantage of gaining Robux to buy better weapons against the giant. Each giant features their own special ability and strength, and as you play through a game, you'll notice that the map will be demolished. You can choose to either use your weapon to fight with your teammates against the giant or to run for your life by hiding. Either way, we won't judge you for your choice, and the game makes for a great time that will have you laughing out loud at your strange situation, especially if you get a chance to battle the giant bunny and his dangerous egg supply. Glitches. If you've played Roblox, then you've experienced your fair share of glitches within the game. Thankfully, there is a reset character button for that. One of the best moments, or most frustrating of most Roblox games, is when your character gets stuck in that position that you're just not gonna be able to get out of very easily. Take for instance the game Adopt and Raise a Cute Child. It sounds simple enough, but you and the person you're trying to get into your stroller have to sync your movements exactly. Otherwise, your stroller is going to end up turned over, you both may end up underground, or even floating in midair. In the worst situations though, one of you is going to have to hit the reset character button, but that just comes as part of playing the game. This game is basically like trying to get an actual toddler into an actual stroller, and it kind of feels as lifelike as you can get for a game like Roblox. Adopt and Raise a Cute Child makes us feel like we're just bad parents because most of the kids aren't responsive, and if you want to try to catch a pet and put it into your stroller, just forget that idea. Even with the lure of pizza, it just isn't going to happen for you. You know what probably will happen are some hilarious glitches. Drive a pizza into a toilet. This is one of those moments that only Roblox can bring into your life. You've probably never told your friends and family that the one thing you've always wanted to experience in life is driving your favorite food down a slide and into the bowels of a giant and then exiting gracefully to the stinky fate of an enormous toilet. It's just probably something that hasn't been high on your list of priorities. But it should be, because you'll become addicted to driving all kinds of food to their final smelly destination and get eaten. We're not even sure if the game is grammatically correct, but we'll ignore that because it makes for a hilarious time. If you're new to the game, you'll have an option to drive a taco, grapes, pizza, a stick of gum, a knife, a hot dog, or pieces of cake down a red slide to feed a giant. If you like normalcy, then you can also choose between a school bus, army vehicle, cop car, or a pink race car. Although we're not sure the giant you're feeding will really appreciate eating those things. As you go down the slide, you'll earn bonus points each time, which will unlock different levels and vehicles for you to drive. There are 8 slides to unlock as you progress and gain more points and experience. If you reach 2,000 points, you'll unlock the ability to drive a soda can, firecrackers, a unicorn, a frightening pink fish, a green dragon, and a rubber ducky with wheels to their last stop. Don't worry if you fall out of your vehicle, because that just enhances the hilarity of this game. One-hit kills. If you're the person behind the one-hit kill in Dragon Ball Rage, it probably feels pretty great. But to a low man on the totem pole that's just learning to play the game, it can incite a deep rage from within them. A rage stronger than even Vegeta has ever experienced. Okay, that's most likely an overstatement because we all know how very dramatic Vegeta can be. Dragon Ball Rage makes players battle against their friends and foes in order to increase their strength to become the next Super Saiyan. If you enjoy Dragon Ball Z and you want to enter your favorite anime character's world, and Dragon Ball Rage isn't cutting it, check out Dragon Ball Z Ultimate Rebirth. If you've been wanting to find out who amongst your friends is the strongest, then this game would be a good way to find out. You'll be expected to battle against each other and level up as you fight against Goku's toughest enemies. Spoiler warning, players that have leveled up on Dragon Ball Rage and Dragon Ball Z Ultimate Rebirth are not going to take it easy on you. You'll be expected to work hard to gain levels, otherwise you're going to be destroyed by the Kamehameha technique in one hit, which results in some hysterical gameplay, but no one wants to be finished off with Goku's signature move. Turn yourself into a walking cake. When you play Make a Cake back for seconds, something strange will probably immediately occur to you. Why is everyone walking around in a cake costume? What's happening is those players aren't in cake costumes. They have legitimately turned themselves into cakes by baking themselves in an oven. If you're not at all satisfied with playing the game this way though, you can fix the problem by using the decakifier. It's the little icon on your lower left that is identical to the way you look. If you click on this, it will work much the same as if you were to click the reset character button, and you'll return right back to normal. In Make a Cake, there are plenty of badges to be earned. If you're able to make 13 cakes, feed the old man his favorite chocolate cake, or if you're eaten by the noob 100 times, you'll earn a special badge. The factory also has plenty of choices as far as flavors go, and if you're feeling extra daring, you can always follow your cake inside the machines to see what secrets you can uncover. Be warned though that you may come out as a cake yourself, or entirely covered in sprinkles. If you're feeling really adventurous, check out the storage room and pick up the rolling pin. You can cause chaos in the game by hitting players with it and making their heads change shape. It's a humorous secret that never gets old. Character customization. Roblox was created so that players could customize, create, and share their own worlds to explore with others, but some of the character customizations are downright hilarious. If you're willing to spend a few extra minutes exploring games like Fashion Frenzy or Robloxian High School, you can create the character of your dreams. Or nightmares, if you'd rather. One of the themes in Fashion Frenzy, called Let's Get Scary, has players compete in a fashion show as they quickly gather a costume to scare the judges and players into voting for them. Of course, this can make for some extremely interesting outfits. Then there are the players that don't quite get the themes right off the bat, but we have to give them votes for a good attempt. In Fashion Frenzy, a theme is randomly generated at the beginning of the game, and a timer gives you about 2 minutes to find the perfect outfit. At the end of the 2 minutes, the players will each walk on stage to reveal their costumes, and the other players will award them stars based on how well they did. The 3 players with the most stars will be announced as the winners. It results in some pretty hysterical and creative character customizations. What games do you turn to for a good laugh in Roblox? Roblox can almost always guarantee a good time if you've had a rough day at work or school. You know what else will guarantee a good time? Subscribing to The Gamer. Thanks for watching, and we hope you'll join us next time. Have a good one.